All right, all right, all right, all right. All right. Are you guys ready for the conclusion of a fairy tale for adults? Let's go. It's my conclusion dance. I should have dropped it to the sick beats. That's what I should have. I'm so excited. Everybody's here. Alex is here. Both the Alexes are here. We know a lot of Alexes. Shelly's here. Joe's here. Babe's here. Hell yes. Let's get it going. The fro it's smaller, but it lives. You're not ready, Shelly? Listen, this is going to be great. This is going to be a magical fucking adventure. No, Bender, you are right the fuck on time. Right on time. Hell yeah. Oh my gosh, feel better. Feel better. That's our resident Raziel, you guys. Say hi to Raziel. Everybody say hi, Raziel. Hi. We're just gonna get into it. I'm just giving like more people time to like trickle in because the episode just starts. We just go. We just go. Alex, how much have you been singing episode 3? Because me and Pixel sing it like constantly. Literally, it's part of my voice acting warm up exercises now. I just belt out the "When You Believe" song to warm up my voice. I feel like that works. I feel like that definitely works. So we might be joined by Delvin for the after show. He had to do some family things, and then we'll have the voice actors that we have. So if you are here, you are listening to A Fairy Tale for Adults, episode 4 early. It will drop on all podcast networks on Tuesday when we normally drop episodes. So we're just doing this early to try to get some of our UK friends in chat, and like, you know, or if you're like on the West Coast and you haven't been able to make any after shows, that's why we did it this afternoon, so we could try to get more people. I know the singing was so good. So tell your friends. For all our shows, we always do after shows. The only shows we can't do live listen parties and after shows for are Tales After Dark. For reasons that are not wholesome. So y'all know it's fine. Yeah, it's episode 4. Baby, it's episode 4. It's episode 3. Yeah. It's 4, right? Yeah. It's 4. Yeah. Don't play with me, Alex. I'm over here like, what episode? It's 4. Yes, it's the last episode. This is it. Today is the conclusion. Y'all ready for this? I know, right? Isn't that crazy? The story is about to be over. Just this one. We're going to tell more stories. Don't worry. Okay. I'm going to stop talking. Get your popcorn. Everybody got popcorn? Everybody got their adult beverages? It's a fairy tale for adults, not kids. Get your adults beverages. All right, let's do it. Here we go. The conclusion to the Tales Network first fantasy adventure. A Fairy Tale for Adults. Episode 4. Dun, dun, dun.
You're back, dear listener, and not a moment too soon. To recap, Colin and Naya, after sharing a wonderful moment of reconnection, were woken by the terrible sounds of this poor unicorn being captured, not just by mean-spirited gargoyles, but carbon copies of Naya and Colin.
What the hell?
Why do they look like us?
I don't know.
The doppelgangers of Colin and Naya looked in their mirror's direction. It was cruel smiles they gave their counterparts. Evil Naya offered a mock salute before they turned, and with the gargoyles forcing the unicorn along, they ran off.
Come on, we can't let them take it.
Setting aside the impossibility of staring at her twin for a moment, Naya tugged at her husband's hand, and once more they were in motion. The villains were fast and reached a stone chamber that was similar, but different than the one previously used by the Crofts. The gargoyles, unicorn, and doppelgangers disappeared inside of it, and by the time the real Colin and Naya burst through the archway, they were gone. It is at this point, dear listener, I could no longer just be an observer. I had to help. Oh no. Oh no, oh no!
What was that?
Who said that?
Colin and Naya, while startled by my voice, began searching for it. Colin was the first to find me, of course, because he'd always loved crickets as a boy. And that's exactly what I was. I had my front legs pressed over my eyes and I was shaking my head. At this point, the Crofts didn't even balk at a talking cricket. The matter of the unicorn was simply more urgent. They both went to the ground to be on eye level with me.
Why do they look like us, and where did they go?
They are you.
Bullshit. I am not.
They are the part of you that doesn't believe in such things. What you humans don't realize is your power to create. Every nightmare or dream you give power, every deeply held belief manifests in some form somewhere. That form either does good or wreaks havoc. If not in your world, then in someone else's.
Oh no.
What the hell are you saying? That I made that version of me? Why would I do that?
Oh, for heaven's sake, why don't they teach this to you all anymore? I shoved my prickly right leg into Colin's nose, clearly frowning at him. It's the side of you that believes in order to grow up, beliefs such as unicorns and magic, as you call it, must be destroyed. So you made something that will destroy it, so you can be an adult. Don't you realize that's why you can't see us in your world anymore? When you stopped believing, you gave us no choice. Sometimes we don't just fade away. Sometimes we have to run and hide from the monsters you create to destroy us.
Shit.
Yeah. How do we stop them?
It's not that easy anymore.
Naya and Colin looked over their shoulders, and there stood the towering, imposing figure of the angel. They got to their feet, but remained careful of where I was, which I appreciated.
Why? What changed?
They took the unicorn to your world. Taking your power back won't be enough. It must be rescued.
We'll do it.
Send us back.
And how do I know you'll be successful?
You have to trust us. Let us make it right again.
Please. We can do this.
Raziel looked sternly at them for a long moment. It's unnerving, getting stared down by an angel. It can feel as if they are looking into the deepest parts of you, where not even the lies you tell yourself are safe from the truth your heart keeps. Yet, Colin and Naya were not unnerved. They were speaking from their hearts. Colin even took a step closer to Raziel, holding her ageless gaze.
We can do this. Please.
So be it.
Just like that, as if they were never gone, Colin and Naya appeared in the stone chamber on Earth at the exact moment they disappeared. Time is different in the third dimension because Allie and Ethan didn't know their parents had gone. The children were standing in the exact spot, with Allie holding their video camera and Ethan watching them. At first, Naya and Colin were slightly disoriented. They looked at each other, at the kids, then back at each other.
We're back.
The unicorn!
Colin and Naya ran out of the chamber.
Guys, we didn't take the picture yet.
Where are they going?
Colin and Naya, ignoring their children's shouts and questions, burst out of the chamber and immediately began scanning the field.
There they are!
Maybe 100 yards away, at the second stone chamber, a large van idled. A gargoyle climbed into the back with the unicorn and slammed the doors closed. Not a second later, the van tires squealed and the vehicle took off. At this point, Allie and Ethan walked out of the chamber, looking at their parents curiously.
What are you guys doing?
We can't lose them. Get in the car.
We just got here. What's going on?
Where are we going?
Hurry up! We've got to save the unicorn!
Gotta save the what?
Naya stopped at her open car door, giving her children the firm, unmoving expression of a mother that is not to be questioned.
Ethan and Allison Croft, get in the car right now.
Ethan suddenly grinned. I said before children were intuitive, and Ethan could sense that something was different. He ran over to the SUV while Allie reluctantly followed behind him.
What is wrong with you two? Who are you chasing?
I told you they stole the unicorn. Buckle up.
What are you talking about? There are no such things as unicorns.
Yes, there are. We're so sorry. We didn't know what we were doing.
It's okay, Mom.
You guys are seriously freaking me out. What happened?
The SUV was faster than the van and better off-road. Slowly but surely, they were gaining on the other vehicle.
You'll see. Are you wearing your seatbelts? I'm gonna ram this guy.
You're gonna do what?
I'm buckled in, Dad. Allie's good too.
Do it, Colin. Get him.
Here goes. Hang on.
Colin grinned at his wife. He tugged on the wheel and the SUV slammed into the van. The impact jerked them all and sent the van skidding wildly to the side.
Yeah! Get him, Dad!
Have you two lost your freaking mind?
The van regained traction and the passenger side window rolled down. An angry-looking gargoyle stuck his head out, holding what looked to be a shotgun, and shouted angrily at the Crofts.
Heads down, kids!
Oh my god! What is that?
Troll!
Have you never read any fantasy books? It's clearly a gargoyle.
Colin slammed on the brakes, causing the SUV to skid to a halt in the damp dirt. Colin's timing was perfect because the gargoyle's shot sailed harmlessly in front of them. However, they were not safe just yet. The van rocked to a halt and the gargoyle jumped out.
Crap. Colin, look.
Reverse?
Run him over!
No time. Everybody out.
The kids wisely didn't ask questions this time. All four jumped out of the car just as the gargoyle pulled the trigger a second time. A large beam of blue energy wrapped around the SUV, and the vehicle exploded. Naya shielded Ethan with her body, in the same way Colin did to Allie as their car blew up. Fiery pieces of metal from the destroyed car rained down around them, but luckily none of it hit the family, which is a good thing, because a hospital visit would have slowed their quest considerably. The gargoyle laughed in delight at the destruction, jumped back in the van, and once more, the vehicle sped off.
You okay? You alright, sweetheart?
That was awesome!
Both parents checked over their children to ensure they weren't harmed. Allie was clinging to their father's side, trying to come to terms with what had happened. They were a teenager, you see, on their way to becoming an adult, and because of it, it was harder for them to swallow this sort of scenario.
Where'd they go, Mom? And did they really have a unicorn?
Yes, baby, they did. We've got to find them somehow.
And get another vehicle.
Will you two please explain to me what the hell is going on?
Guardian angels. They'll help.
I don't know about that, Ethan. The last angel we met was a real stick in the mud.
Why are you all ignoring my very important freaking question?
Allie, take a breath, all right? I'll explain everything later. Right now, your father and I have done something bad. We've created something we did not mean to. It's taken a unicorn, and it's going to kill it if we don't do something.
You're serious?
Yes, this is not a joke. We're serious.
Allie glanced over at their brother, who was excitedly taking a picture of the wreckage on his iPhone. But they did take in a calming breath.
Okay. Let's go save the unicorn, I guess.
Do you know where they've gone?
Colin, the chamber. Kalanon said his son used his mind to navigate it.
Oh my god! Allie banished us! That's how we got the Cars TM!
All right, so they're us, right? Where would we go if we were going to kill a unicorn?
Wait, I banished you to where?
Wait! I know. Ethan, let me see your cell phone.
Sure, Mom.
Okay, we're going to run back to the chamber, and when we get inside, you have to think about this place.
Why that place?
When I was a teenager, one day, I got really angry at your grandfather. He kept encouraging me to use my imagination more. But we were really poor. There were a lot of bills piling up, and I didn't want to listen to him. I needed to grow up, to get a job, and find a way to support him. To get him to stop, I wrote a story about killing a unicorn. And I did it in this castle. The Death of Imagination, I called it.
Wow. That's mean. And really sad, Mom.
I know. I was angry, and I didn't know that it might actually happen somewhere.
It's okay. We all do dumb things sometimes, right?
Yeah, we do. Let's go, you guys.
Naya quickly wiped the tears away, drawing in a deep breath. Colin bent and kissed her cheek. Naya smiled affectionately up at him and touched his face. He winked at her.
Let's go write a new ending to your story.
The Crofts ran as fast as they could back to the chamber. The children, being in better shape, got there first. Colin and Naya arrived a few seconds afterward, a bit out of breath.
Everybody, hold hands.
Should Ethan and I both think it?
Why not? Can't hurt.
Ready?
Ready.
They closed their eyes, and not 5 seconds later, the Crofts disappeared. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Albert Einstein. Waves crashed against the cliff. Atop it sat the remains of an old castle. Nature in all its majestic beauty nearly reclaimed this magical place. The grass was tall, vines and moss caressing stone walls that still stood. The Crofts appeared in a stone chamber just outside the ruins, and as they exited, they saw the van. The back van doors were open, and tracks in the dirt led inside. The Crofts ducked behind half a broken wall, peering at the structure.
Okay, you two wait here. Your father and I will go inside.
Not a chance. We're going to help you.
This could get really dangerous. They have weapons.
All the more reason you need our help.
Exactly. We're coming with you.
Allie fist bumped their brother, who nodded firmly at his parents. Colin and Naya shared an unspoken glance, communicating in that way parents do, with a single look.
All right, but you have to stay behind us, and you have to promise to be really careful.
We will.
Scout's honor.
Hey, Allie?
Yeah, Mom?
Naya came closer to her child, framing their face between her hands.
Who you are is beautiful. And I want you to always feel comfortable with who you are. So please know that no matter what, I love you. I'm proud of you. And I'm here for you.
Aw, me too, Allie.
Me three.
The unexpected words went straight to Allie's heart, warming parts of them that they were once afraid of. Allie struggled not to cry, words failing them. But that's okay. Sometimes we don't need words. Sometimes a hug will do. Allie hugged their mom and their brother and their father all at once.
Thanks, you guys. Okay, enough of this. We gotta help the unicorn.
Right. You ready?
Wait for me!
Who said that?
I did.
Look down.
Their gazes lowered, and there I was, waving up at them.
No way. What's up, Jiminy?
Why do all you humans call me that? My name is Daniela Snuggums. Allie struggled not to laugh, because obviously I was very serious about this, and I was. I'd gotten into one or two arguments with Jiminy over the years, and though he was a fine fellow, he and I didn't always see eye to eye where Geppetto was concerned.
Oh, my bad. Hi, Daniela.
Let's go.
Colin kissed the top of his children's heads before he and Naya led the way towards the castle. It was probably a funny sight as the Crofts tried to sneak around the van. We all peeked inside, but there was nothing useful. We followed a winding path towards a large archway that at one time was probably a beautiful entranceway. The light of the day came through the cracks in the stone and open windows, making it easy for us to see inside. As soon as we stepped in, the sounds of the distressed unicorn echoed down the hallways toward us.
Hurry!
We all broke into a run, rounding the corner. Before our eyes could process the situation, we were attacked.
Look out!
Two of the gargoyles dive-bombed us, ready to snatch up the children, and we absolutely could not have that. What the Crofts and these meanies didn't know is that I am a special agent in Her Angelicness's Secret Service. My code name is Flip, given to me by Raziel herself. With a flutter of my wings, I jumped into the air and kicked one of the gargoyles right in its mean face. And I kicked it hard, sending it spiraling to the ground. Simultaneously, the second gargoyle grabbed Allie. Ethan picked up a rock as Allie began wildly flailing and struggling, trying to get the creature off.
Don't you touch my sibling!
Let me go! Seriously, I can beat you up!
Ethan threw the rock and it struck, but the creature didn't let go. Colin and Naya were going to help, but here came the doppelgangers too. Oh no. Colin tackled Colin. Naya grabbed Naya from behind, lifting her off the ground and dragged her backwards.
Damn you!
Let go of me!
If all that wasn't terrible enough, the third gargoyle, standing by the unicorn that was chained in the center of the room, pointed its ray gun at us, shouting for its comrades to move so it could get a shot.
Hang on, Allie! We're coming!
Princess, Sparks, and the other imaginary friends from the meeting were here. The rabbit gave Princess a boost, and she landed atop the head of the gargoyle trying to grab Allie. Thinking fast, Princess did the only acceptable thing. She bit down hard on the gargoyle's ear.
Let go!
Ethan, the cougar, and the rabbit grabbed the gargoyle's tail. Allie reared back their fist. Their form made me so proud. And punched the mean gargoyle right in the nose. And wouldn't you know it, these gargoyles are just bullies. The gargoyle howled and wailed as its eyes began to tear. It stopped trying to grab Allie and began yelling for a timeout. Can you believe it? A timeout! I kept my attention on the meanie I'd rightfully and expertly jump-kicked, giving them the warning that they would catch the business side of these legs if they tried to get up. Spoiler alert, they didn't. And while all this was going on, Sparks, taking advantage of the chaos, crept to the center of the room. The gargoyle there must have sensed it was no longer alone, because it whirled around, pointing its ray gun at Sparks. But Sparks was unafraid. That old bear just kept walking closer.
You don't have to be mean, and you don't have to be afraid. It's okay to be wrong, and it's okay to say I'm sorry. And I know it's going to hurt at first, but afterwards you're going to be free. You're going to heal, and we'll help you. I promise.
The gargoyle's eyes began to water. Its lower lip quivered. A wealth of emotions ran through it. The kind of emotion we feel when we know we've done something we shouldn't. When we've stopped caring because it's easier than healing. But you don't have to be afraid any more than this gargoyle does, because we're here for you too. The gargoyle sniffled, ears lowering, wings tucked in. It dropped the ray gun, looking sad and dejected, even scuffing its feet on the ground. Without hesitation, Sparks went up to that gargoyle and gave it a hug.
Princess? Is that really you?
Yeah, it is. What kind of a friend would I be if I didn't help you save a unicorn?
I'm sorry. I stopped believing in you. I stopped talking to you. And I'm sorry.
It's okay. Your parents reminded me not to give up on you.
They did?
Oh crap, where are Mom and Dad?
Dragged away into another room of the castle, Colin and Naya were dealing with their doppelgangers. Colin was struggling underneath... well, Colin.
Did you just punch me? What is wrong with you?
You made me, Colin. I'm like this because of you.
Well, I was wrong, okay? You're wrong.
You don't get off that easy. You made me a coward. You're a coward. You gave up on your dreams. You don't believe in anything if it's not logical, if it's not practical. You sucked the color out of my world, out of both our worlds. And now, you're gonna pay for it.
Stop that. Stop it right now. We can change.
No, we can't.
Yes, we can. Any day, any moment, any minute we can change. I know I was wrong. I did what I thought was right because nobody showed me how either. It's not an excuse, but it's real. I don't want mundane. I want magic. I want color. I don't want to be afraid anymore. I'm sorry, okay? Is that what you want to hear? I'm sorry. I was wrong. And I'm sorry, and I'm gonna do better. But you have to give me a chance.
Oh, this isn't one of your stories, Naya. This is the real world. That means I can kill you. Wow, that got dark. I'm just doing what you wanted. I'm bringing your story to life, see? You don't get to use my pain against me. You pushed your pain out into the world like it was acceptable. You made me because you wanted to hide rather than heal. Well, here I am, Naya. I know I did. I know. But my grandparents were sick, and this world does not care. Not if you're sick, especially not if you're black. Nobody was going to help us. I had to let that part of me go. Yes, that's it, Naya. Let it die. Let it all die. Stop choking me. Hey, wait a minute. You're in my head too, aren't you? Obviously, I'm you. Okay. We're gonna figure this out. Me and you, before I run out of air. There's nothing to figure out. You said it yourself. No one helps, and no one cares. Imagination has to die. But this is not the whole story. I can be honest about the reality of my situation. and still believe in something better? In fact, I think I have to. Because if I don't, if I just accept the mundane, it will never change. I should have listened to my grandfather. I should have kept writing. Maybe it wouldn't have paid the bills. I don't know that. But it would have helped me heal. And it would have helped me keep believing in what could be. So I could teach my kids that this reality ain't it, sister. What are you doing? Stop that. Chapter 10. Naya realized she'd been mean, cruel even, to the inner child inside of her that needed her. Stop it. Naya realized that the spark of magic and imagination that existed inside of her was something her little corner of the world needed. It was something her children needed, and Naya vowed she would never, don't you dare, ever stop believing in what could be possible, what she knew was possible somewhere, ever again. No. The end.
And just like that, with a flash of light and a reverberating boom, with all the power you beautiful humans possess of healing and believing in the power inside of you, evil Colin and evil Naya disappeared. The chains fell off the unicorn. The gargoyles, rightfully put in their place, returned to their world where there was a very angry angel waiting for them. Slowly, the Crofts emerged from the castle ruins. Colin and Naya held hands, completely trusting of the unicorn that lovingly carried Allison and Ethan on its back, and the imaginary friends sat behind them. I perched on the unicorn's horn like the hero I was, of course.
Oh my God. Colin, kids, look.
Naya's voice trembled because all around them, things you can no longer see knew it was safe to once more expose themselves to the Crofts. What things, you're rightfully asking. So, I'll say to you, what have you stopped believing in? That's what they saw.
That is so friggin' cool!
I thought... but I didn't. And now... they are real! I knew they were real! I knew it!
Duh. Why wouldn't they be real?
At that moment, Raziel appeared, as I suspected she would. When she came into view, time froze. Well, for Allie and Ethan anyway. The rest of us were perfectly aware.
Well, you did it.
I told you we would.
Now you see. The unicorn was never lost. You were. If you do not change, nothing else can.
There's so much we don't know.
You do not always have to teach them, but you must let them learn.
Colin and Naya looked at their children, eyes moist.
I understand.
So do I.
This experience was for you. Ready?
Oh, Raziel, I was rude to Kalanon when I first arrived. Would you apologize to him for me?
I am not your messenger, human.
I'll do it, Colin.
I used to talk to you a long time ago.
I know. I heard you. I answered you too. You just couldn't hear me because you didn't believe I could speak. Colin stared at me with the kind of childlike wonder I'd not seen in his eyes for a very long time. I must admit, I nearly teared up at the sight of it. He brought his head down and I lovingly hugged his nose. If one must grow up and get married, though, Captain Croft, she's a really good choice. Both Naya and Colin laughed as I had intended. Captain Croft was the childhood superhero Colin had given himself when we played together. His face softened as he looked at Naya.
Yes, she is.
A blush spread across Naya's cheeks, but her smile could not have been wider. I winked at them both and jumped off, landing perfectly on Raziel's shoulder. Now they're ready, ma'am. In the blink of an eye, Naya and Colin appeared back in the chamber. This time, Allie was standing in front of them, holding up the video camera. Ethan paused his perimeter walking to watch his parents. Colin and Naya were still hand in hand as they'd been when Raziel and I left them, Naya blushing, Colin smiling lovingly down at her.
Perfect! You guys, hold it.
They did, because you could say in that moment, Colin and Naya were looking at each other the way two people in love do, who had forgotten they were in love and were now realizing it again. It was Naya who looked away first, gently disentangling herself from Colin. After everything that happened, she was a little emotional and needed a moment to herself.
I'll be right back, guys. Keep doing your experiments.
Colin watched his wife leave, understanding as husbands who know their wives do. He gave her a moment and turned his attention onto his son.
Hey, Ethan, I need to go talk to your mom, but when I come back, I want you to show me how to use your dowsing rods.
Don't make fun, Dad.
I'm not. I'm being serious. I'd like to know.
Seriously?
Yeah. Seriously.
Okay.
Colin winked at Allie and was rewarded with their playful eye roll. Colin walked out of the chamber and found Naya. She wasn't standing far from it, but her back was to him, her gaze set on the woods. Colin smiled quietly at her back.
Hey, Naya.
Hmm?
If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I will never have to live without you.
What poetry book did you steal that from, Captain Croft?
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, let's stop acting like ridiculous adults.
I agree. Come home.
Rest assured, dear listener, she did. Six months later,
Daniela, come get in the picture.
I was perched on Colin's shoulder. Colin was sitting in front of his piano, studying a piece of music he was composing and stubbornly refusing to listen to me. E-flat man, I'm telling you...
Cricket, I'm the composer, okay? You're the secret agent. Let me do this, okay?
Fine, fine. Don't listen to me. Colin and I grinned at each other. We often bickered as old friends do. I hopped off his shoulder and bounced my way into the living room. Ethan and Allie were standing with Calinan and Thalion. Thalion and Ethan had become fast friends.
Colin!
Coming! What? What's wrong?
Raziel wants to come over. She's bringing 2 dwarves and the unicorn.
Cool.
The dining room isn't big enough for a unicorn.
Oh, manifest a barn?
I will cut you.
Okay. We'll get the backyard set up. I'll clean off the deck.
There is no way I'm going to have enough time to...
Colin cut his wife off smoothly by taking her face between his hands and planting a sweet kiss on her mouth. Naya, being quite the sucker for her husband, was immediately softened by it.
Captain Croft to the rescue, ma'am. We'll handle it.
As you can see, it was shaping up to be a wonderful dinner, and I don't want to miss it. So, if you take nothing else from this story, take this. Love is powerful, as is your ability to create. You were not given imaginations just to craft fancy stories for your childhood toys. You were given imaginations so that you could build a world. So build it. Perhaps then, you and I can have a conversation one day. I would like that very much.
We are absolutely given imaginations to make excellent audio dramas. Thank you, Snurds. I'm just saying, though, we could probably also make a world where Daniela could talk to us. I'm gonna just throw that out there. I'm gonna just say that it might be possible because you don't know. You don't know. All right, voice actors, whoever's lurking, get in this after show. I have no idea who's coming to the after show today. I never know. They just show up. Oh, yeah. Wait, let me make sure they can actually be heard. 1 second. Who cried? Did you guys tear up? All right, after show. Theoretically, they should be able to hear you, Rob. Theoretically. Say something really cute.
Hi.
Excellent. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. I could have given you a pick for the credits. You know what? Yeah, I need it. I also need it for the cast page, Snurts. You're just mystery, Snurts. Mystery. Lord Snurts played the dwarf who crafted the Spear of Odin. We're gonna have to do a side story with him, where the dwarf just goes on adventures and maybe, I don't know, rescues people from gargoyles or some shit. I don't know, bro. Those ninjas be cutting onions. No, just got something in my eye. Rob is fucking fantastic. Listen. I just got a text message, Rob, from Alex. And apparently you are now his favorite of my voice actors.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
I know, right?
I appreciate that. That's
Oh, so glad. So Guava, you know what? You did it right. You didn't even have to wait. You just listened. What did you binge listen to like 2 episodes today and then just came in here for the 4th? That's pro. That's professional. That's professional. Absolutely. You're invited as well, Guava. You were in the show. You were only in the first episode, but you're allowed to come hang out. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You can be in the cool kids.
Yeah, come join the cool kids. So how what do we think, guys? It's over now. It must have been love, but it's over now. It's the conclusion. How do we feel about it? Let's go. Start. Anybody can start.
You could totally do a spin-off.
I've got so much to write.
So much spin-offs. And I say that because I'm greedy and want more.
You want more of this world?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's just so nice.
I love that. All right, Rob, Tara, even
this is gonna
Georgia,
become like Dragonlance. You know, we just did 4 episodes, but then there's gonna be like 79 different spin-offs in the same world.
I could do that. Yeah. I mean, there is so much space for storytelling in this world. That is true. That is absolutely true. Listen, anybody out there want to write some fan fiction taking place in the fairy tale universe? Do it. Do it and then send it to us so we can judge it and love it. But yeah, how do we feel? How do we feel about the last episode, about the arc of the show and these characters? Go.
Are you proud of Rob's journey? Or oh no, I was letting Kara doing speak.
No, I can't go on. Sorry.
I was just gonna ask, are you proud of Rob's journey? I mean, I can't word help. Colin's journey.
If that was to me, I'm
Yeah.
very happy with how it turned out. Yeah. I got to kind of stretch his personality from being that kind of very stoic and rigid non-believer that he was to a complete 180 to just being all in. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time doing it, and I thought it was a very solid arc.
I got very there was a tender moment with Naya's line about like the story, and that really got me in the feels about the story about the unicorn. Oh my god. That's a vent story right there. That's murdering your childhood in one foul swoop. And it's interesting, like why she could have chosen anything, but she went straight for a unicorn, which is like the definition of innocence. So it's very interesting.
She was just like in it. She just murdered it. She just was. I mean, but I think it's representative of, when we have those moments where we're like, you've got to put aside these things because this is your, quote unquote reality, and you can't see past kind of that circle or that bubble. But Naya's story was so wonderful because she had that moment, but then she can, she can also realize that you can be honest about where you are, but you can still believe and want things to be different because it's in that space that we actually make change. So, and hopefully don't continue to murder poor innocent unicorns. Wow, Naya, so dark, Naya. Tara's just listening. She's just lurking. Shun the non-believer. Absolutely shun the non-believers. I'm going to sit in my yard believing and see what happens. Do it. Do it, Synaptic. Do it.
I would like to point out that Naya was very much on the "but why don't you believe, Colin" kind of train. When she herself had apparently murdered a unicorn and just kept all that quiet and not told anybody until episode 4.
You're not wrong.
Just saying. I love my wife, but I'm just saying.
Oh, JV, aka Chris Kringle, is here. Shout out to the original and the best, Chris Kringle. Law and Order Kringle, yes. JV will write that for us, 100%. So, Georgia, because it's your first time here at the after show, welcome. I'm glad we finally did something in your time zone. And I hope you're feeling better. But do you think that between episode 1 and now episode 4, I know you've heard 1, you've heard 2, you skipped 3, which is actually hilarious because Colin has the most development in episode 3. But it would be very Raziel for Raziel to just have not known that Colin did all that. Do you think that Raziel looks at Colin maybe a bit more, what's the word? Not like he's an idiot now?
Yeah, I think she looks at him and like, you've gotten taller somehow. Well done, you. You see things from a different perspective, just slightly. Well done, you.
Just golf clapping at him like, good job for finally getting it.
Pat on the head. Still got a way to go. I just hope there isn't going to be another episode of Drop Dead Fred within the fairy tale universe.
I need art, you guys, now of Raziel just patting Colin on the head, please. I need somebody to draw that immediately because Raziel just towers over humans. Like angels are like in my headcanon, they're just like so tall. So just the idea of Raziel just staring down at Colin, just pat on the head is fucking chef's kiss. I need art. I need it. Guama, you haven't been here since episode 1.
I know. I've gotten so behind. And I was like, oh no, there's a fairy tale thing tonight and I forgot. But yeah, Thalion did not get much screen time, but it's okay because he's a very memorable character, I hope.
Thalion is absolutely memorable, and I think
this was so good.
Oh yeah, tell us what you thought. Go.
The ninjas have been cutting onions near the end. I was like, oh.
Tell us what you thought of the musical since you just listened to it.
Ethan, though, he's just like, yep, all this craziness, I'm down with it.
Colin being all in is my favorite part of this episode, but tell us what you thought of the musical since you just listened to it.
Oh my goodness. So like, yeah, today I was catching up because I was like so behind. So I binged episodes 2 and 3. And who was that courtroom announcer in episode 2? Like, hey, yay, that. Oh my goodness, she was amazing, as are you all. But I was like, who is that?
The one that screamed, "All rise."
Yeah, I kept trying to figure out. I'm like, who is that? Like, all rise. It was so good.
Crystal made that ungodly shriek.
Yeah.
It was me. It was me. That's why Panna's laughing so hard. It was me. I did the mini angel.
That was you, Crystal.
That was me. All right.
Like, I heard your name in the credits, and I was like, who's the mini H? Oh, that was the announcer. I can't believe that was your voice. That's amazing. But yeah, I loved it. And the music was so funny because, like, the music in the background's all whimsical. And they're, like, all serious. And I'm like, wow, it's beautiful. You guys should do more musicals. I demand and
Oh no,
Tara and I forgot. Like, I'm information overloaded from all these binging these episodes, but it's a good overload.
that is a good overload. If you need
Congrats,
more
guys.
music, anybody who wants more music needs to take it up with Tara at TrulyJen in Discord, and we'll be handing out her email as well. So you guys can send all future.
I love Fairy Tale.
Oh, I'm so glad you love Fairy Tale. What's been your favorite episode?
Probably episode 4 because like everything just comes to a head and Nia and Colin like reconciling. I'm like, yo, and then like they face their shadow selves like in Persona, like, oh no, you have to face your dark side. And I was like, this is just so cute and like wholesome, despite the fact there were like badass fight scenes in it. But I'm glad it had like a happy ending, you know, not like Legacy where like
Whoa.
everyone
No
dies.
spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. No legacy spoilers.
Yeah,
No spoilers. No
I mean,
spoilers.
almost everyone.
What are we talking about? Everybody is alive and well in Legacy. Everybody's alive. What'd you say, Tara?
Yeah, no, everyone lives in
Say
Legacy.
Guam is like the
I was
Tom
misleading.
Holland
though.
of the Tales Network.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
100%. Except fucking Jordan,
yeah,
man.
Little plot twist, everyone lives.
Yeah. Plot twist, everybody lives. Were you shocked? Did you think I was going to...
Everyone lives in Legacy.
Well, hang on. Were you shocked that I didn't kill anybody in Fairy Tale?
Yes, I was very shocked.
Wow.
I mean, I guess I shouldn't be. Apparently, you never kill anyone anyway.
I told y'all this was going to be wholesome, and y'all did not believe me. I was telling the truth.
Can you explain why any of us would have a reason to believe you?
Because I am a truth
Exactly.
teller. I'm a truth teller. I am.
And you're lying.
I am an absolute truth teller. Yep.
You never wrote stuff where people died. Everyone
No.
lives in your story.
Always.
Oh, shit.
All the time. Everybody lives in Crystal stories all the time.
All the
That-
time.
that-
All the time. I'm telling you, nobody's gonna die and
Yeah,
don't
we're
look
not
either.
surprised
I'm
at
telling
all.
You, you shouldn't be. Everything is okay.
It's a horror story. No one ever dies in horror stories.
No, they're all fine. Don't worry. David's fine.
rereading it.
Jiminy dies in Fairy Tale. That's why I wish Zoe was here. Jiminy and Daniela have a death match, and apparently Jiminy doesn't make it. All right, somebody can write that too.
That's hilarious.
Good with that. All right, question for the whole cast, even you, JV. So in episode 4, Colin and Naya have to fight like their shadow selves, right? If you had to fight your shadow self, how does that go? Do you win, or are you getting your butt kicked? Everybody's thinking
I've
real
had to
hard
do
on
that a few times, and I got beat pretty bad a couple of times. So
Oh, jeez.
I don't know.
I would definitely lose to my shadow self.
Ooh.
Like 1,000%. Like there's no positivity that can overcome that guy. My shadow self is like from Shadow South Central.
Oh,
so
damn.
how wild is that guy?
Oh, damn.
I'm just saying, like, I don't think I'm winning that.
We gotta help out. We gotta help out. Rob, what about you?
That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd like to think I would win, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of determines like where when we create our shadow selves,
Mm-hmm.
where does that line get created with our own kind of personal morality on where does the darkness start?
Mm-hmm. That's deep. That's really deep.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, Rob. Because I think I just imagine the more positive you are as a person, the more negative your shadow self is. So that can have like some pretty alarming things. Like if you're just kind of a silly person and your shadow self has to be like 100% opposite of that, and I don't know. That's some freaky stuff.
I think also for me, I don't know if it'd be it would definitely be a struggle, but I think at the end, it would be more so like a merging of ways or something like that.
Okay. Guamo,
Yeah,
what about you?
JV said, "Oh,
go ahead, Guama.
Oh, okay, but like JV said, like there's this quote I read, like the brighter your light, the darker your shadow is. Like I feel like my shadow self would be like the Wizard of Oz. Like it would look scary, but really it's just super adorable. I'm like, this is what I'm scared of this whole time. The inner voice is just so adorable. It's kind of like that Emerson quote. It's like a bully is just like, wearing a big beard, but whenever you tear off the beard, it's just like, oh, you're just so plain. So yeah, I think facing my shadow self, like at first it'd be scary, and it'd be like, oh wait, you're not that scary. Like how I'm not that scary.
Guama is secretly a serial killer. Guama is just at
First, it's
peace
like,
with her
"Hey."
shadow side.
Wow.
I'm so sus. I'm gonna get you. I'm the imposter.
You know what? It's awesome that you mentioned like Wizard of Oz, dude, because I literally watched a trailer last night called Gale, and it's basically a horror retelling of the Wizard of Oz, and it looks really good.
They're making horror everything, like horror Winnie the Pooh. Speaking of that Winnie the Pooh Colin quote, at first I was like, that was so romantic, and he was like, it's from Winnie the Pooh, and I was like, oh.
We don't talk about the horror Winnie the Pooh. That doesn't exist. We don't talk about that. We don't.
You don't talk about blood and honey.
We don't talk
Is
about.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah, we don't. That blood and honey. Yeah, we're not talking about that. We're not Georgia, save us. What about you? Would you want to battle with your shadow self?
I think, yeah, I would sorely lose, but at the same time, I would laugh with it at the same time because I've got a very Schadenfreude sense of humor to be like, oh, we're in the shit. How are we going to dig out of this one? Schadenfreude. Yeah, I'm constantly like in my head, so I kind of know what my shadow self would be like. And the only way I can get out of it is just through humor, really.
Listen, that is a very excellent and healthy coping mechanism right there. I salute you.
I guess. Yeah.
That's a great way to be about it. 100%. What about you, babe? Are you winning a fight with your shadow self?
I feel like we'd have a really good brawl, just fight it out, get some energy out. But I feel like we're both the types to just, we fight and we get tired, and then we both sit on the floor because we're too tired to keep fighting. So then we just start shit talking each other. Then when that gets boring, we'll just pass TikToks back and forth. And that's it. So we're kind of there, but we're more tired than before.
Is it like savage TikToks that you're passing back and forth? Like, oh, this you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like all the TikToks to call us out.
I feel that.
I just realized, like, wait a minute. If my shadow self is the opposite of me, is my shadow self like a hardcore Trump supporter?
Oh no, stop that.
Is he like Clayton Bigsby from that Dave Chappelle episode where he's like the blind black guy who doesn't know he's black but he's in the KKK? Because that would freak me out. If I just met like a JV that was a hardcore Trump supporter.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That motherfucker gotta go. We gotta kill that dude, JV.
I'm saying when we get into the shadow self, we get into some weird stuff. Like it's just a JV with a MAGA hat on, and he's just talking to me about black on black crime in Chicago.
That's not your shadow self, dude.
That's
you don't have to worry about that. That's not your shadow self.
Okay.
It's like
I don't
It's
want
like
that
it's
to
just
be
the
my choice.
unhealed aspects of your being, and however that manifests. So, just really bad shit.
Yeah.
Your oppressed self,
Right.
in essence.
It's basically just that guy who doesn't believe that anything will get better, or that there will always be the terrible thing or whatever it is, or whatever. It's the mean boy or it's the mean girl voice in your brain, and just how much power
Okay,
we give
good.
to that. Yeah, thankfully it's not a Jekyll and Hyde
I just
situation.
didn't
It's
want
not
my
a
shadow to.
personality thing.
I didn't want my shadow
It's like
self
an
to be
inner
like
critic, like
Black
you
Panther
can't
Skull.
do that.
Yeah, no.
So it's really just the you that either works in retail or fast food.
There you go.
Oh man,
right now.
that is
That's legit though.
that's somehow more sad because I used to work in retail. Oh man.
Same. I
Everybody
used to
takes
work
it
at
like that.
Target.
JV's like, hang on, let me get my magma hat because I'd rather hold up, work in retail. Whoa,
It's the
whoa.
it's the you that used to work at retail, but only on Black Friday.
Oh,
Half
that's
term for me is the worst.
Snap.
Christmas time. Oh god.
This is us giving love and support to everybody who works in retail. We see you, we love, we know your pain, we love you, and we hope that you can get to do something else soon. Unless you really love it. Unless you're like one of those people that's like, fuck yeah, retail. Which, God bless you. Unicorn bless you. Raziel bless you.
I bless everybody.
It's legit. So JV, you chimed in that you love the musical episode, which I love. I love all my homies. I love everybody who came and was like, I don't know about these musicals, Chris. And then they listened to our episode and they was like, that was legit. Tell us what you thought of episode 3, episode 4. Do you think Santa Claus has taken Nia and Colin off the naughty list? Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, look, can I just give some flowers real quick before I even talk about the episodes? Because everybody just absolutely killed this thing. It is just some of the best voice acting that I've ever heard. This is like I played this for my wife, Lisa, who was just like, how is everybody so amazing? I was like, I know, right? She absolutely loves Rob. She's just like, he has the best voiceover voice ever. We're hardcore Rob fans in this house, as well as hardcore Tara fans, and everybody else. Like Zoe killed Georgia. Is just like, I love Raziel. I could just listen to Raziel talk forever. Everybody's so freaking talented. So I just wanted to give y'all flowers. But episode 3, like, Crystal, you know what, man? You be messing me up. I'm sitting in my Nissan Altima just crying. Like, oh. And it was great. It was great. There was actually tears shed. Episode 4 was just incredible because, again, with this whole thing, I just see it. It's so visual, even though it's audio. I just like see it like I'm watching a movie, and it's just a great thing. You can listen to this with your kids, your parents, whoever. I just loved it.
Oh, I love that. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry that you were crying in your Nissan because that's kind of what we wanted.
Yeah, people probably just looking at me on I-35 like, what's wrong with this big old black dude? He just crying. They singing in the trees and everybody is it's so good. So good.
Oh, I love that. I love it. So do you think Colin and I are finally off the naughty list, JV?
I think so.
Okay.
I did think about that. I think they're officially off the naughty list.
Okay.
I think Santa has no problem with them at all.
Fantastic.
They did the thing. They completed the hero's journey, and what a couple.
Right, right. I love that Lisa is listening to this now, so that's amazing. I love that you've got her into our audio drama. So hell yes, hell yes. Can't
Oh,
wait.
yeah.
Can't wait to hear what London thinks of it. Please let us know what they say. And so if it was you at the end of this, because we had a hilarious discussion the last time you were on about how, hold up, you can't, Raziel can't just be telling me I'm a bad dad. Like we can't do that. And now Colin has made it and he's all in. Would you have also rammed that cargo van that's got the unicorn? Would you have been that into, JV, when you got back and it was like, yo, kids, get in this car, we gotta go? Would you have been that guy?
I mean, you have to ram the van. You're like, you have to do it. I loved it. I just loved that Colin went from being the guy, being in this clearly real world that has all these fantastical elements in it, that he's just like, I still refuse to believe it, until at the end, like being back in his dimension and being like, we are going to ram the van to save the unicorn. That just, what an arc. So yeah, I'm absolutely like team ram the van, get the unicorn back.
I have such like a mental image in my brain too of like JV on the phone with like all his homies, like, yo, get down here right now, bro. We got to get this unicorn. Like it's great. It's great in my brain. It's so much fun.
It could happen.
Yeah.
The homies will come out for the unicorn. Like we say, we're not letting unicorns just die out here in these streets.
We need that on a t-shirt. The homies come out for the unicorn. That's it. We need. I'm gonna get Gerald to draw it. I'm gonna get Gerald to draw it. The inspiration for the story, Alex. I am a child. That is I am a child, and I constantly believe that we as human beings can do better and don't, and that pisses me off. That is my biggest, I guess, pet peeve with this planet, is the lack of like big change, I guess, in my lifetime. I can't say like over course the history of the fucking world, but just in my life, and it pisses me off. And I think that one of the biggest problems is that people, I think especially now, tend to have forgotten that things could be better and what that looks like. I think we've gotten so used to status quo, the mundane, our own realities, whatever, that we just take it and we just accept it, and nobody stops and goes, but what if we did this? Or what if the world could look like this? But what if we don't do that enough, I think. So that was my inspiration for writing this wholesome story, to just attack all the adults and be like, looky here, assholes, maybe if you used your imagination for good, we could get some of the things that we actually want, not these table scraps we keep getting fed. But that's a whole other soapbox that I could rant about, and I'll save that for another podcast. Anyway, but yes, that was, and mostly because I'm a child, and it makes me really happy to write childlike stories like this, even though I do also write really dark stories. I think this really is the most wholesome story I've got coming up. I've got so many more stories I want to tell, and none of them are wholesome. They're not dark.
That's another way of saying buckle up.
Yeah. So what has been you guys' favorite moment of Fairy Tale? 4 episodes, another finished show, not nearly as long as Legacy. What has been your favorite moments? Anybody can answer. Open question.
For me, it was hearing Crystal and Pixel's reaction to me voice acting Colin getting yanked up by the tree.
It's funny because I was just thinking to myself that my favorite scene was literally just Colin and Raziel having an argument in the fucking courtroom. That's literally one of my top favorite scenes.
I don't know. I think my favorite's the classic when Naya and Colin come back and they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna chase after a unicorn and ram this man together." And then like Ethan and Allie are like, "What?" But then eventually Ethan's like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." It's great.
Ethan was having the time of his life.
The run him
It's
over
legit,
line
yeah, let's do
still
this.
makes
And Allie's like, "Nope." Yeah.
Say again, babe.
I said the run him over line still makes me giggle so hard.
Ren delivered that so well. Shout out to Ren. Shout out to Kay, Allie, and Ethan bringing it home, helping their parents out in the last episode. Shout out to poor Allie that was almost lost to adulthood. They have been saved. Yes. Shout out to Princess.
Those are some cool kids right there.
That's right. Shout out to Princess for being a bro and bringing the imaginary friends to the rescue. Yes, yes.
Princess was the real
Oh yeah, the power of friendship, so sweet.
Yeah, that was great. Just like a team up at the end, and that was just so fun because again, everything is. I think you did such a good job of writing this where you can see it in your head, and I just see like lovely, cute, imaginary friends, but just like having an Endgame moment, like an Avengers Endgame moment where they're like, we're suited up and we're ready to do this. That was great. And I think one of the moments that is just hilarious to me is when Naya is talking to Colin, and I think this is when they're in the forest and like Colin is just pretty much still at this point refusing to acknowledge any of this as being real, and he just is like, what? Are you kidding me? Are you still like that sense of like how ridiculous she thinks he is for not believing it? I just thought was hilarious. I've been in those moments, and that was just hilarious.
The way Tara deadpanned that line when we were recording took me out. It was just you're joking, right? Just the way I fucking took me out was so good. Yes.
Yeah, the way Tara said that, I was just basically just rolling because it was just hilarious. Like I've heard that tone like so many times from so many people. Just like it was it nailed like the mom slash
It's a mood.
partner tone of like really that was great.
You could tell
think
they've
that's
been
one of my-
married for a long time. I'm sorry, go ahead, Georgia.
I think that's one of my favorite moments as well, because she is such a mood in that moment.
We also need art of Naya's expression and put it on, because you're right. It would just be a meme. Just Naya's face in that moment, and then just you're joking, right? Just 'cause I can see it. It's so good.
On a coffee mug as well, please.
Yes. Yes, 100%. What about you, Tara? What's been your favorite moment?
It's hard to pick one, to be honest. I really enjoy the courtroom scene with Raziel and Colin because it's just like, oh, little human, shut up. Like that's what I imagine. That's what I imagine Raziel just saying to Colin. And JV's performance in that scene too was great. Just Colin having his whole growth spurt was great. It was wonderful. I was really touched by that whole thing. It's like, yes, don't have to argue with Colin anymore. It's great. And the kids, I absolutely love Ren's delivery when they're in the car. chasing after the van because he's just like, oh yeah, get him, Dad. Oh yeah, Allie's good too, Dad. She's fine. They're fine. They're
so
fine. It was wonderful. It's just great all around, to be honest. And I really, because I can sometimes be a hopeless romantic, it was really sweet with Colin and Naya dancing, and them just having that little moment was really nice too.
That's also one of Matt's favorite moments. Wouldn't have called that from Mr. Vera Wynn.
What?
I know.
Vera Wynn approves?
Vera Wynn says, my favorite moment was we're dancing. We don't do this. It was a really good line with stellar delivery. If that had been on a multiple choice question, I would have gotten it wrong because I would not have selected that for Vera Wynn.
Me neither.
I know, right? Leave me alone. I do have a heart.
He does have a heart. He just keeps it in this jar next to his computer.
It's true. Knocks on the glass, make sure it's still beating every now and then. It's fine. Matt, what did you think of the musical episode? Episode 3, tell us. You think maybe Colin and I need to help another couple? I mean, there is a lot of stories we could tell in this universe. Rob actually sent me some ideas for spinoffs as well. So, it's not off the table. I'll put it that way. It's not off the table. We absolutely might come back to this universe at some point and tell some more stories in it because I mean there's plenty of space to do so. But you don't have to wait for us. You can write your own fan fiction and send it to us. And if we really like it, maybe we'll turn it into an episode. How about that? There you go. There you go.
I think Colin and Naya being like agents of imagination, agents of getting that inner childhood back and just kind of being there like in some sort of episodic way for maybe other adults who have lost their way. Raziel's just giving them missions and they're just there to kind of push people into their journeys. That would be great.
I love that. I love that. I told I told Tara that What? I told Tara that all of our Tales episode stories are connected in subtle ways. So there are thin threads that literally connect all of our universes. And I've been toying around with what universe Fairy Tale connects to, and it's really funny. I have to noodle on it more, but it's funny.
I got scared for a moment. That's honestly
it's pretty. I was like, I gotta think about it more just to make sure I don't do a oops. But I do have some ideas.
Oh, Seth.
I did tell her that it was an opportunity wasted where I should have said that Naya was talking to Seth instead of Jacob, but I can't quite. That's a whole different universe. Anyway,
that's way different.
Way different. Universes are so different so far. All right, so we've got it's a great question for everybody. So far in Tales, I'm very proud of us. We have Legacy, we have a Star Wars universe, we have a fantasy adventure universe, we have a sci-fi vampire universe, and we have a horror universe. Which of these you can only pick one. Which of these universes do you want to go to?
That's not fair. I'm not answering.
Fairy Tale, obviously.
Fairy Tale, obviously.
Same, the Fairy Tale one. It's just so nice and fluffy, and there's fun fantasy stuff.
Okay.
Actually dipping into the horror universe,
George is like, I'm going. I'm going where the unicorns and the dwarves are. Like that's where I'll be. Sign me up. And the Mille Lacs. Shout out to Charlie and Barley.
I'm riding off into the sunset with my unicorn and with a daiquiri.
Raziel 100% drinks daiquiris. 100%. What?
All our imaginary friends are there. Like, I loved my imaginary friends when I was a kid. Oh, speaking of childhood, I have like a random story. I'll try to be quick. So yesterday I went to Fan Expo Philadelphia and I went to the panel with Steve Burns, like Steve from Blue's Clues, and it was like so surreal. And like everyone was like, "You're a childhood hero." And he's like, "Thank you." He's like, "I know you guys all thought I was dead," and we're like, "We did." But yeah, he's alive. So it's like, oh my goodness. A childhood dream came true. I saw Steve. I didn't talk to him, but I saw him.
I love that. I love that for you.
Since we're talking about childhood and imaginary friends. Yeah, he was. I'll try to find a video of it and share it in the chat Discord server. If you guys wanted to see. It was like so surreal, but yeah, that's yay. Yep, definitely because I mean, like the Star Wars world does have like the Force and lightsabers, but I love fantasy stuff, so I'd want to be where the magic is.
I love that. Yeah. That's a completely acceptable choice. Like, that's great. That's great. What about you, JV? What world are you existing in?
Well, I love the fairy tale world.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's just so much there.
Mm-hmm.
But vampires are
Mm-hmm.
just kind of one of those things for me because there's so many different ways
Mm-hmm.
to do it,
Mm-hmm.
in so many different ways that we've already seen it done, and I just and you know, vampires, fairy
Vampire
tale
unicorn.
world, vampire unicorns, which is
Mm-hmm.
oh man,
know.
you've unlocked a new fear, but also a new like I want one of these. I want a vampire unicorn. Does the vampire unicorn talk? Is it
Georgia,
seductive?
make it happen.
It belongs in the
mean-
My Little Pony universe, but it does exist.
There you go. I'm in. That's all you had to say. Yeah, just make it the best of both worlds. But I'm excited
Okay.
for vampires and fairy tales. I think kind of along the same lines. You know, we're talking about mythical stuff.
Okay, so you think I should connect the vampire and the fairy tale universes?
I think there's a healthy opportunity to do so.
Mm-hmm. Have you listened to the first 2 episodes of The Vampire Beginnings?
I have not.
Okay.
I have
Well,
not.
when you do, there's a very subtle Easter egg in there. It's actually kind of hilarious that you said that. There's a very subtle little Easter egg in that, and I'll talk more about it after you listen to it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. What about, I'll tell you, I'm connecting universes around here, man. What about you, Rob? Where are you existing? Because we're going to give Tara more time to think about it.
I enjoyed the fairy tale world 100%, and having worked at my fair share of Renaissance festivals and medieval fairs and stuff like that, it is someplace I feel I could be very much at home at.
Mm-hmm.
That said, I do love me some vampires.
I love that.
So
Okay.
I think it would really have to be. It would be a tough call between the two, unless at some point in time, in this magical world of Karstiem, we come across that kind of circle of trees that Jack Skellington comes across, and he kind of opens a door in one tree and it takes him to Christmas Town, and then this one takes him to Halloween Town, and this one takes him to Vampire Town, and this one takes him to Fairy Tale Town. Like, I think that could be a thing.
Wow.
You can use that.
I can use that. Okay.
I mean, they do have a chamber.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
That
that's
very
true.
special chamber.
Yeah.
It's gonna be such a little one-off line in an upcoming vampire episode. Now, I'm sure they're gonna be walking through some cave, and there's gonna be a stone chamber off to the left that they just walk past and don't like draw their attention to. But yeah, it's the other Stargate.
Tell you, vampires don't come to the Milky Way, man. They don't like it over here. It's wild.
But who's to say that Karstiem was in the Milky Way?
That's true. That's also true. I have no idea where Karstiem is, actually. I really don't know. I don't know how far Allie banished her parents. I have no idea. I gotta think about that more. Why don't you guys figure that out and let me know? Babe, what about you? What universe of ours are you existing in?
That's a tough one because I'm sitting here thinking I would be. I'm closer to wanting to pick Legacy's world because as much as I would love like the world of Fairy Tale, the place of magic and imagination, part of me fears that since it is such a place of imagination, I don't want to accidentally meet the characters I have written up in my own imagination. So I might stick with Legacy.
That's a good point. That's a really good. That's a good.
I feel like I might be a bit more not an easier life in Legacy, just one where I don't have to worry about imagination ghosts.
Well, there is such a thing as giving your thought forms life, and so the more people believe, the more. Anyway, that's deep. I can't listen. Hell for authors is meeting your characters. Let me just put that out there because I got some characters that if they met me, they would not be happy with me at all. Like, I'm in trouble, y'all. I'm in so much trouble. So much. All right, Tara, come on. What universe?
I don't actually want to choose. I don't. I already exist in a fantasy universe, so I guess I just have the others to choose from. It's a really hard choice. Like, I think not that getting chased by people is fun necessarily when you have like lightsabers and and they can use the force to pick you up, like just with their mind and all that. Honestly, I think the vampire universe would be a bit more fun. It also, they would chase you. They would chase me, try to eat me. If I'm a human in that universe, if I'm a vampire, it'd be a different story. I think that would be a bit more fun, to be honest, the vampire universe. But all of them have they all have their perks.
Yeah. I don't know. I am also actually torn between
See, why did you ask us then? If you didn't have an answer.
Well, I don't have an answer. I don't have to have an answer. Just, I just have to
If
ask
you
the
do.
question. No, I just have to facilitate entertaining conversation.
No, you have to have an answer.
Okay,
Exactly.
all right. So I am torn between Legacy and Vampire. Like, obviously it's Star Wars, but I'm also like, vampires are my shit. But in my universe, if you are not born a vampire, you are beat. You cannot become one. These vampires don't bite you and make you anything. You are either a vampire or you're not. So I'd only want to exist in my universe, in my vampire universe, if I was a vampire, because I'm pretty sure on Nemoria, if I was a vampire, I could just hop in my interdimensional traveling vessel and go to the Star Wars universe. And then I could be a vampire with a lightsaber, which is fucking hot.
No.
Right.
That would be like absolutely the best thing.
You know what? Now when we write the original Star Wars stories next year, there are absolutely going to be fucking vampires with lightsabers, like 1000%. That's going in. It's going in.
There has to be.
There has to, yes. Yeah, I'm fucking making it canon.
Do you imagine the Jedis? Oh, sorry, Georgia. Go.
Are there vampire hunters in the vampire universe?
Not on this planet. They probably exist somewhere in the galaxy, I'm sure.
So I'm just imagining like a vampire hunter Jedi, like stake, laser stake.
Ooh, maybe
that makes a lot of sense.
And now
I can see that.
There you go. There's the story for the original Star Wars that we're writing next year. It's going to be like Jedi who are hunting these like dark side vampires. There you go.
Yeah, because
There's
can you
like
imagine
lightsaber stakes?
Oh yeah, there's definitely lightsabers.
like the Jedi, because they're already, in their ways about emotions and stuff. And when you're a vampire, that stuff is like heightened to the billionth degree. Can you imagine the disgust that they have?
The internal struggle of being a Jedi in somebody who needs to take blood from other creatures.
Oh, how
That's
dare-
awesome.
I just love the thought of how horrified some of these. Man, Zarin is like somewhere twitching right now, just fucking thinking
Oh,
about
she absolutely is.
I know Zarin's like, what the fuck?
She's dialing somebody up on the holocom right now. Like, can you believe? Never have I ever.
Snitching to the
all my
council right
years.
now.
I was just gonna say that, snitching to the council, calling them up like, I gotta call the council.
My goodness, Tara, your Zarin impression is on point. So
Why, Zarin?
Why? Why have you resorted to such measures such as the taking of blood? I gotta listen. It's going to be possibly a busy week at work. I think I'm going to listen to Legacy again.
Do it.
Just re-listen to the whole thing, all
it.
again.
Go
So
for
that's
it.
like one day of work, but yeah, because there's a lot of great moments in there. Like when Zarin smacked the out of you know who.
Oh yeah. Just
That man, that little pop. I was like, oh snap, she smacked her.
Again, Legacy is the Star Wars live action show or movie we deserve.
I agree.
Absolutely 100%. Somebody give us some money so we can do it.
That's it. Let's go. Speaking of money, hey, while we're talking real quick, don't forget that you can sign up for a membership right now if you are having fun with us and you have canceled your Netflix and your HBO Max because you support writers who are on strike and you got you like an extra $15 a month. You can give us like $6 right now and join the Tales membership. Go to talesoftheforgotten.com/membership. You get a lot of cool shit like the exclusive vampire show that we were talking about, ad-free stuff, audio clips of Reed and Andros singing karaoke, of Reed telling Lancoro about love. We've got all kinds of shit we're going to put up there for you guys. So go and get you a membership. If you don't like commitment because you're a commitment phobe, that's fine. I will not judge you. There is also a way to make a one-time donation also on that page. So you could just donate once to us and that'll be great. So if you love us making these shows, you have to pay us. I mean, you don't have to, but it would be really great if you did because these voice actors are amazing and I have to pay them. So go and tell your friends to sign up for a membership. And then you can listen.
You never know. You could get an exclusive Kris Kringle Naughty or Nice list later. I don't know.
Oh, shit. We need that. Oh, shit.
Yo, can you? Okay, so we need Kris Kringle to do a naughty or nice list of all the characters from all of the shows.
Oh my God, yes. Hang on, I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget.
Yeah, yeah.
Even that
like a Judge Santa show.
I know what you're talking. I know what show you're talking about there. Yeah.
Even the one.
Yeah.
Even that one.
Even the one. Even the one. That would be hilarious.
Is okay, I'm not going to say anything else.
You know what it is, JV. You already know what it is, JV.
I do. That's why I'm not going to say anything else because I have ideas.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Listen. You just do that. Do like these voice actors do, JV, and all of a sudden I just open up my Discord one day and there's an MP3. Just do it. Just
yeah.
You know,
that's it.
That is it.
That's how.
Yeah.
Anything. If you hear a recording of me just randomly, it's because I sent it to Crystal.
Just
and
randomly.
She's just like, I'm going to put this on the site. Okay.
Might have to do it.
Just some of the best Legacy after credit scenes are from Tara and her sister. They are just fucking, oh my God, crying.
Oh goodness. So we just didn't do anything but joke the whole time. I'm a completely unserious person. Absolutely.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful because I also have some amazing clips that I'm going to share as well from like Fairy Tale. You know, Rob talking about how that, you know, Andro drives Reed's ship the way that Colin drives the car. I mean, there's some, listen, we have fun in studio.
Yeah, and that's why Reed does not want Andro to drive, to pilot the ship whatsoever.
This is what they're all.
She had to concede the one time because there was an emergency,
right?
And Andro, you know, he has good ideas, and she listened to him because he's one of the few people that she'll actually listen to. But
the rest of the time, her response is very similar to when Colin said, "Manifest a barn." I just said, "I will cut you."
The way Tara delivers some of those lines, it just fucking sends me. I can't. It's so good.
I don't know. I might have
said, Hey Reed, I'm gonna drive. I will cut you. Okay.
when Colin said that, I was like, you're a bold person, sir, just to be out. So it's a bold thing to say when company's about to come over. That's the barn. Oh, okay. You married to a black woman too? Oh, all right, bro.
You got jokes.
Jokes on jokes on jokes.
I feel like when JV was listening to it, he was looking over at Lisa just to make sure he wasn't in trouble for something that he didn't even do.
Oh yeah. You know, because I often get in trouble for things I do.
I'm sure you do.
Listen, you know, you gotta the key to 18-year relationship is one of you has to be an idiot sometimes, and that person is me. You know, you gotta throw some fun in there, and then you know, Lisa just looks at me like Nia was a coward, and then you shut it down, you back away.
Yeah.
You went and cleaned that deck off and got it ready for the unicorn is what you did. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. We are not going to manifest the barn. However, I will go to the backyard and make it look decent before our company, who is a 10-foot tall angel and unicorn, come over.
I'm curious. So, Georgia, do you have any like headcanon things about what Raziel does just when she's not doing angel things?
Like hobbies? Or like
hobbies, or just just daily life in the day of Raziel.
Oh gosh. I was just imagining her like right now just being like an archivist, maybe.
That fits so well.
So well. You think Raziel did that on purpose? Raziel was like, I'm gonna get these humans. I'm gonna tell them I'm bringing the unicorn over.
And I feel like she'd be the kind of person who likes to skip ahead, and so she can see other people's stories and like, gonna put a bookmark in that for later.
So now we need like a membership show where it's just Raziel reading the stories of humans and just judging the shit out of them.
Doing it at the same time, like I can't wait for that.
Can we have a show where Raziel just watches like trash reality TV and comments on it?
Oh my god, yes.
It's called Gogglebox, isn't it? There's something like that in the UK called Gogglebox or something like that.
Yeah, I think we need a Raziel exclusive where she is just lambasting trash reality TV.
Yeah, with her many angels as well.
Yeah, just judging people.
I also need that now. I have somebody write it. Somebody write it. We need more writers. That's actually a really good idea. Shout out to Zoe, by the way, who did so much heavy lifting in this episode. Pixel ran through those lines and Pixel was like, damn, Zoe's got like 22 minutes just her by herself. I was like, she had to read a lot. But killed it. Absolutely killed it. Love Daniela. Do not want to catch the business side of those legs. Special Agent Flip. That's what's up. Also, Zoe's guided meditation will be coming out on the membership site soon. I'm not kidding.
Absolutely.
That is a true story. I'm not kidding.
He's not lying about this. She's not.
It is true.
Wait, in character?
Yes. I don't know if she's in character, but she reads it in the Daniela voice.
She starts out what feels like Daniela's voice, and then she moves into like a guided meditation type of voice. So it's not the full thing isn't in character as Daniela, but she starts out, and I thought it was going to be a joke. I thought she was going to say, and that's it. I thought she was just going to say a little bit and then end it. But no, was it like 4 minutes?
It's like 4 minutes. It's 4 minutes. It's 4 minutes long.
It's a 4-minute honest to goodness meditation with some very light music in the background. It's lovely. It's wonderful.
It absolutely is.
Everybody should listen to it.
Yes. Just because I'm not even kidding. It was a joke. Again, we was joking around in studio, and then all of a sudden I open up my DMs and there's a 4-minute audio file entitled "This Is Your Fault."
Yes.
Apparently so was inspired, but yes, it is. Listen, if you are having a rough day and you need some beautiful Zoe, just very calming in your ear, listen, it's going up on the membership site next week. I'm not even kidding.
It's amazing. Also, I want Princess. I wish Lena were here too. Lena's amazing as Princess,
So good.
and I want Lena to sing the song.
Oh my God, yes. So everyone, I need you to know that Tara, who did the composing and arranging for those beautiful musical numbers that you heard in episode 3, and that we use very liberally in episode 4 because they just fit in so many places. Also did it's not really a remix, but wrote lyrics. So the tree song, it could be sung by Princess, who is sad that Allie won't talk to her. And I believe lyrics were sent to Lena, who also loved it. So you're right. Now we just need Lena to sing it. So Princess is going to get a musical number soon. That's absolutely a thing that's going to happen, which I am so fucking here for.
Yeah, so just send Lena a sweet message and say, "Hey, are you gonna sing the song?"
I am. I have to bother my Don't Look actors anyway about scheduling, so we can now that we've jumped from wholesome stuff, we got to go to horror. But yeah, I will. I might just. You know what?
Like a Tales soundtrack.
Oh my God, we should have a Tales soundtrack.
Yeah, a fairy tale CD, like EP, that'd be amazing.
So, Tara, you have a couple weeks to make me some music for Don't Look episode 3.
Can I have
Tara,
some
your work's cut out for you now?
No, because I haven't written the script yet. But
So you know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put sounds down and send a wave file for you and say, "Here, I'm done." And then you just find a spot to put it in. Like you write a scene based around those sounds.
I'm just telling you that in episode 3, Katie has her name of the main character in Prey Babe.
Naru.
Yeah. Katie has her Naru moment. She has her Ellen Ripley moment. That is what happens in episode 3. It is her face off against these terrible monsters. So that gives you,
okay.
What more context do you need, really?
That is a Tales world I would not like to be in.
Nobody picked Don't Look. Everybody, no, it wasn't even in a discussion. Everybody was like, nah, I'm not really. Not that one. Not that one.
I'm good on that.
That one and the other one would be questionable.
Which other one?
You know.
Tasha's World?
Yeah. Because those monsters.
Yeah, especially if they look like the way that Alex had them, like when he did the clay molds. Oh my God, they were so good. But I was like,
imagine that thing coming after you.
No, thank you.
Like, Alex, we need you to paint those too, and send pictures.
Yes, please,
and thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. Listen, sometimes you just make worlds you don't want to visit. You're just like, no. I also I don't want to go to Don't Look. I don't. I know what's happening in Don't Look, and you know what? Props to Katie and Noah, because I'm not going. I'm not. They got this. More power to them. More.
I mean, I think. I was lucky enough to get a sneak peek in the Don't Look, and I think I told you, Crystal. I was like, how dare you send me that? And like, I was not prepared at all. And
so intense.
More than enough for me. Jake, man. Jake does such a good job with the monster. I routinely forget he's the fucking monster. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I'm not. When I was scheduling, I'm like, okay, I got to get all the voice actors back so we can get episode 2 done, because that's, it's coming up next. And I'm just like, wait, I'm forgetting somebody. The fuck, Jake. I'm like, the fucking forget, because he just fucking kills it. Like, I don't even think it's him. Like, I still think of him as Lancoro. That awesome gruff Lancoro voice, man.
And Kazrin.
Yeah.
Sweet Kazrin.
Oh my God, I forgot about Kazrin.
You know what? Nobody say anything. Just let it fly by. and let it fly by.
You should
That's a
really listen
shame.
to Legacy if you haven't. And there's a 9-hour master cut on our website. So hey, go become a member and you can get the 9-hour ad-free cut of Legacy.
9 hours.
Yeah.
of-
I wanted to put it up. I did. I really had intended to put it up on the podcast network, but I went to go upload it and Red Circle was like, "Oh, that's way too big." They were like, "Nah, you got to give us a lot more money if you want us to upload that." And I was like, "You right. I'm gonna just stick it on the website." it's chunky.
It is. It's
Yeah.
great though.
It
Like it's such
is.
a wonderful listen.
I want like one day to go back and do like a master sound, but I want to like hire somebody to do it. I don't want to do it, but I want somebody who knows about like sound engineering to like go in and make it all just sound just a little bit better. That'd be dope. Or they could just give us money and we can just turn it into a series that doesn't go on Netflix so it doesn't get canceled. We'll put it on like Hulu or something. Because I think it might be safer on Hulu.
Hulu would play all the episodes.
They
all
would
the time.
all the time,
Like,
all the time. Hulu
all
just
the
be
time.
playing shit. You know what? That's what I love about Hulu though, because me and Pixel love Evil, right? And that show is just fucking ridiculous. Like it's so bad. Like they be forgetting plot lines. We really just watch it because of Mike Coulter because he's fucking hot and I love him. But like it's great. It's just ridiculous. But Hulu has never canceled it. It just keeps going, and it just keeps getting more ridiculous. And we are so here for it. So we got to put our shows on. Yeah, Evil's on. Yeah, it was on. Was it on Hulu, babe?
Well, the first season was on Netflix, but now it's on. The last two were on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I was about to
Is it
say. I
Paramount
think it was
Plus?
Paramount.
Is it Paramount Plus? All right, whatever. Whoever's got it,
Yeah.
they don't let
No,
it.
that show's amazing.
Isn't
I
it
paid for
great?
Paramount Plus just to watch season 2 and 3 of that show because I was so pissed when Netflix canceled it.
So I'm saying, man, fuck Netflix. But yeah, go if you just want to watch some ridiculous shit, go watch Evil. It's so good.
I was looking for something to like
good.
satisfy my supernatural itch,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna try Evil,
Mhm.
and like immediately was like, oh, this is so
Mm-hmm.
just everything, so good, so good. People should definitely be watching that if they're not.
Yes, 100%. And yes, and my wife thinks Mike Coulter is the hottest man alive.
He is.
That is the only person I am in danger of losing her to. If Mike Coulter comes over and smiles at her, I'm in trouble, y'all. And I couldn't even be mad about it because it's fucking Mike Coulter. Like, what do you say? Like, you can't be mad about that.
No, that is true. If Mike Coulter steals your girl, you just have to accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like, babe, it's the reverse for you. Like if Tessa Thompson came up to you.
I don't think I'd leave you for Tessa Thompson.
No?
No. I think the only person I would leave you for is a fictional character.
That's fair.
Yeah. So you're good. You're good. Yeah. The only person.
So I just need to hope that Liliana just doesn't spring to life.
If Liliana ever springs into life, you're in trouble.
Yeah. So I guess you got to stay out of the fairy tale universe then. because-
Listen, I'm taking a drive to New England one day because the stone circles that I referenced in Fairy Tale, they actually exist. People didn't know this. Up across New England, there are miles and miles of these, just random stone walls and these stone chambers that nobody knows what they're for. Blah 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 blah. So we could actually go there one day. We could take like a Tales field trip and we could like go to a stone chamber and see if we can't get teleported somewhere. Mm-hmm. Guam is down.
Stonehenge or something?
No, it's not even like
Yeah,
there is
Stonehenge is-
I know there is an American quote unquote
Oh.
Stonehenge, but no, it's not even that. No, if you just Google like stone circles New England, you'll see them. There's like a ridiculous amount. There's
Oh,
a
snap.
lot.
I gotta look this up. That's so cool.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
actually like just go and see them all. Yeah, so if you guys ever want to go stand in a stone chamber and think about a magical place, if you get teleported there, listen, you heard Fairy Tale, you were warned.
Teleportation field
like
trip. Let's do it.
I know. Like, I really want to go. I do. Next time me and Hannah have a road trip, we're going to stop at one of these things and we'll get some video. But yeah, if anybody is in that area, go check them out and send us videos and pictures because they are legitimately a thing. I love doing that. It gives me it's a lot of fun for me to take stuff that exists in the real world and make it quote unquote magical. Because who's to say it's not? You don't know. You haven't tried yet.
Magical.
I know. Yes. So that is another show done for us. It's freaking June. We've been busting ass all year. So I can't believe it's fucking June already. Actually, I had a little panic attack about that earlier. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, the year's halfway over. But we've been working. We have been working. So far this year, we've gotten out Fairy Tale, we've gotten out Tales After Dark, and we've gotten out our exclusive vampire show. Am I forgetting a show? I feel like I'm forgetting a show. No, I'm not forgetting a show.
No, you got it.
I got it all? Fantastic. And we've got a bunch of stuff coming. So the plan for everybody is that Don't Look starts very soon. Pixel and I are going to take the rest of the day off. We're going to take Monday off. And so the first episode of our horror audio drama drops, I think, either the 13th or the 20th. I have to look at the calendar. I don't remember. And then after that, we are going to end up taking like a little break to get ready for our sci-fi conspiracy thriller. Not too big of a break. We'll be doing like one-off Tales After Dark shows, cute little one episodes. We've got some exclusive content for members, but Pixel and I want to take some time to kind of promote and really get ready for Snarky because it's a fucking chonker. It's just, if you liked it when we did those long ass shows like Legacy, then Snarky will be another 21 episode affair. 100%. So that's what's in the pipe. More amazing stories. So for the rest of June, wholesome time is over. I'm going to scare you and hopefully arouse you. That's it. So that's it. That's it. Listen, let's all be real about what Tales After Dark is, okay? Let's just,
I need that on a shirt. I'm gonna scare you and hopefully arouse you.
Listen, we've got Guama's gonna be in one of our Tales After Dark shows, and so is Adam. So I can't wait. And whoever else I can rope in. Guam, are you excited about your Tales After Dark story?
I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, bring on the scary. I'm so startled. Like, I don't know if you've seen South Park, they like have a horror episode, but instead of I'm so scared, they're like, oh, I'm so startled. And it's like a paranormal activity, but it's like giant guinea pigs instead of ghosts. And yeah. Oh, it's so startling. That's what it's called.
I might have to remind Guama what she signed up for. I think I might have to slide into Guama's DMs and be like, you remember that? That's awesome. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah, that.
Like Fear and arousal. Fear and arousal. Put it on a t-shirt.
Fear and
Let's
arousal.
go.
That's it. Bring it back our Thirsty Thursdays and Scary Tuesday. I am very excited for you guys to hear Don't Look. If you are a member, wink, wink, hint, hint, you can listen to Don't Look episode 1 right now. It is up there. We released it early for members because it was done, because Tribeca apparently said that they didn't want it. So we were like, okay, well, fuck you. So now it's all out for everybody. So now we can do it. And I'm excited. So I told Pixel that she and I have to rewatch Aliens and Prey before I complete writing that, because those are literally my inspiration for Don't Look. So excited.
I'm looking forward to that one the most. Very biasly looking forward to it the most.
That's right. Tell him, Alex. Tell him. Yeah. So, guys, a round of applause to the crew and the cast for another fucking successful audio drama. We have gotten such amazing feedback from Fairy Tale. Is what I wanted, but I wasn't sure if I would get it. Like, I really wanted people to love this and have their inner childs be happy about it and to sit in their cars and cry and all that good stuff. So I'm really glad it did. Cannot thank Tara enough for their work on the musical episode. There was such a small window. So Tara, again, thank you so much for making that episode as magical it was. Rob, thank you so much for all your input on that. Thank you to all of my voice actors here and those who could not join us today. I love you guys so fucking much. You make this so fun. I cannot tell you what a joy it is to write something and then have somebody read the words as well as you guys do. You just bring, my inner child is so goddamn happy. It's great. So thank you, all of you, for making Fairy Tale such an amazing audio drama. I can't wait for more people to hear it. I love you guys, but not in a weird way.
Thank you, Crystal.
You're welcome. All right, that's it. Any final thoughts from any of the cast about Fairy Tale, about anything we got coming up, anything you want to say to the fans? Open mic, go for it.
Thank you for having me, and I can't wait to hear to the vampire series.
Yes, vampires are great.
Y'all better start believing, or Darren Yellow will come and get you.
Do you know where your friend is?
Do
Well,
you?
that didn't sound threatening at all.
Did you make that promise as a child?
Did you keep it?
God damn it.
Maybe my favorite line in the whole thing. Just so good. Don't forget that promise, y'all. We all made it. It's so fun to just be older and have an imagination. And thanks, Crystal, as always. It's so I just feel so for me, I just feel blessed and honored to be among such awesome people and talented people, and like, damn, man, y'all just the best. And every time something comes out from Forgotten, it just gets better and better. And I have no doubt that that's what will continue to happen. So if you're a cool kid, then you listen to Forgotten, and if you're not, then I'll come find you and punch you in the face. As Kris Kringle.
Oh,
by the
damn.
way. Yeah.
Now we got to get JV like a 3-piece suit and a Santa Claus beard so he can walk around. We'll just like follow him around with a mic, be like, "Are you listening to Tales Forgotten?" Somebody says no, they just get punched.
Well, there is a scary Kringle movie, so yeah, JV could be in the sequel. But I agree with JV. You all are amazing. Another Tales story in the bag. Thanks for having me as Little Thalion. And it's always great working with you guys. Yay! Thanks.
Kwama is such a light. I love working with Kwama. It's so much fun. Always so much fun. I have a role for you. Yeah, I have a role for you in Don't Look, Kwama. It's a little typecasty, but it's hilarious. And when you said that you wanted to be in Don't Look, I immediately thought of you, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Kwama's got to read this."
I gotta go tap into my shadows.
No, it's not. No, I need you to be an annoying TikToker.
Okay, I can totes McGouts do that.
Just like that. Just like that. Yeah. Wait till I send you the fucking line. Wait till I send you the line. You're going to laugh so hard.
Oh, I love it already.
Yeah, you're gonna...
It's going to be like, this, the scary movies. Oh, yeah. The silly scary movies, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Scary movie. F2 is my favorite one. That one's classic.
2 is the best. Scary movie 2 is the absolute best. 100%. 100%. Any final thoughts from our leads, Colin and Naya?
Robbie, you want to go?
I was deferring to you.
Okay. So, thank you so much. I honestly, Crystal, I told you with Legacy when you told me I got Reed, I had tears in my eyes because I'm not even going to go there. But anyway, thank you to everybody that's been listening and supporting the show. Please support Tales of the Forgotten. It's great. It was lovely. It was, I must admit, I was really suspicious the whole time, Crystal, of whether or not somebody was going to die. Um,
That's fair.
was
That's
not
fair.
trusting you.
That's fair.
See.
It is fair.
But no, it's a lovely story, and also to have the opportunity to create music for it was just wonderful. It really helped me to reconnect with parts of myself that I had not for a really long time. So it was wonderful to do that. And yeah, like JV said, to just even be in the presence of such amazing talent is just mind blowing for me. Still pretty surreal. I feel like sometimes I feel like I did when we first started Legacy, where I'm just sitting there like, am I in the right room? Like, okay. All right, I guess, speak, Tara, let's say some words. So no, it is great. And also to Rob, for being a wonderful call-in.
So good.
It's great.
So good. Well, that was lovely. We love you too, Tara, and you absolutely belong in the room.
I had messaged Crystal a couple days ago, thanking her in trusting me with Colin's story and his arc, and for getting the opportunity to work again, not only with everybody else who's been part of the Tales Network and who was also from Legacy, but to get to work opposite Tara again was amazing. And you need to let me know when your birthday is, because I'm going to send you a phone book, because I will just sit there and listen to you read that. So thank you for being an awesome Naya, and for all the work that you did with the music and everything else that helped bring this show to where it is.
I love love. So cute. I love love. All right, that's it. That's up for us. Babe, any last thoughts from you? Put in a lot of work on fucking Fairy Tale. We put in long hours. What you got?
I would do so many all-nighters with you doing work like this. That's what I'd have to say. Because it's so worth it and it's wonderful.
Isn't it though? I love this shit. We love this shit. We want to do more of this shit. We can't wait for you to hear all the rest of the stories. Really, it's just Crystal having random ideas that she tells Pixel in the middle of the night, and then we turn them into scripts. So, yeah. If there are all the people waiting on more Star Wars, I'm thinking about it. And that's all you need to know. I am thinking about it, which is a good thing. I gotta write some other stuff first. I gotta write some other stuff first, and then we'll revisit that universe again with vampires and vampire unicorns and angels and uptight Jedi, because that's always fun. Tara, do you want to play an uptight Jedi this time?
Can I do that? You know what? It would be interesting to stretch myself. I'm not the biggest fan of Jedi, you know, because they're kind of like cops. So,
Not wrong. Not wrong.
so I have thoughts. I think it would be a great acting exercise, to be honest, to stretch myself, and that's what I would like to do more of, is to really stretch and see where I can go. So if you have like random lines that you're thinking of, just send them to me, and then I can try to do something with them just to play around.
That's fantastic.
Everybody heard that. I said just to play around, right? Everybody heard that. This is
like
being
that
recorded.
matters.
Rob, it matters.
It's fine. It's fine. The next time you hear Rob, it will probably be in a villain role. Yeah. I don't know how many of my voice actors want to get in Sonarchy, but yeah, Rob wants to stretch his villain wings, so that's coming up. So so the
funny thing is you think I want to stretch my villain wings. The truth is you have no idea what kind of villain wings I already have.
Oh, damn. Rob said, I was born in the darkness. You merely visited. Oh, shit.
He wants to air them out.
I know, right? Oh,
There you
damn. Rob's like, I've been
Plot
Palpatine this
twist,
whole
Rob,
time.
imposter, not me.
Right? We're bringing back Among Us game nights as well, too. That's coming. That's coming this summer. Speaking of imposters, holy shit. All right, well, you heard it here, folks. The 3-episode exclusive show that's on the website for members is the prequel to the vampire story that we will be telling after Sonarchy, and Rob's gonna play a villain in that. I might get Tara to play a villain in that too. I haven't decided. I got a lot of ideas for the vampire one because it's fun. Adam is definitely playing a villain in that. Our fucking sweet space dad is gonna be a bad guy. I kind of can't wait because he did Rodney so well. I can't. And if you don't know who Rodney is, you should really listen to Tales After Dark just for
the story.
For the story. There is one.
There is a story.
There is a story.
There is an absolute story.
Mm-hmm. And it absolutely
heard it.
connects to another universe that we're writing about too. So yeah.
Wait, there's a story?
Shut up, JV. You'll
I had no idea.
I mean, I guess it kind of gets lost, you know.
I just get, caught up in the emotion of it, really.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotion.
There is.
A lot of
Mm-hmm.
A lot of hardcore emotion, I would say.
hardcore, heart-wrenching, make your blood sweat and your heart pump really, really fast type of emotion. Emotional expression.
Yeah, definitely.
That's from
definitely
what I
gets,
heard on the show.
Definitely gets the blood rushing, for sure.
Yes.
Now I want to put Guama and Zoe in a Tales After Dark show.
Yes, we can do meditations together.
That's you know what? Now I gotta go crawl in Zoe's DMs right now and find out if she's down.
Oh my god.
Collaboration.
Uh-huh.
Breathe in, breathe out. Congratulations. You did it.
That would be a hell of a
And then
series
she'd
for
chime
Tales After
in.
Dark show.
We'd have a back and forth.
I'm just thinking about it now in my brain. It's
Tell me
amazing.
what she says.
I know. Yes, I will tell you what she says. I will. As soon as I send the message, I will tell you what it says. All right, we're out of here. We love you.
So exciting.
Yeah, me and Pixel are gonna go relax. You guys should enjoy Fairy Tale. Tell everybody where to find it. If anybody asks you where to find our shows, all they gotta do is go to our website, talesoftheforgotten.com. All the links are there. Make sure you're peeping at our event calendar if you're not Discord savvy, because we do have some Among Us nights with the our voice actors coming up. We're going to bring those back. We've got some tabletop shows that we'll be relaxing into. So we've already asked voice actors who want to be a part of our tabletop shows. That's going to be really fun. And we'll probably do a couple of those in between the break that we take at the end of Don't Look as we get ready for Sonarchy. So we've got we're still working. We got a lot of fun stuff coming. Word of mouth marketing is the best because we don't have a marketer and me and Pixel are just not good at it. So if you could tell everybody about our audio dramas, we really do have something for everyone. We have wholesome. We have scary, we have Star Wars, we have spicy, if you like Bridgerton, we've got all kinds of shit here at Tales, so do that shit. Make sure that you are supporting your writers and all the diverse creators out there. Happy Pride Month, by the way, to everybody. Happy Pride. Yes, happy motherfucking Pride Month. Be out, be loud, be safe. Fuck these haters. They just gonna have to deal with it. And that's it. That's all I got. We will see you guys next time. Tell everybody who was not cool enough to be here, if they want to listen to a Fairy Tale episode 4, they gotta wait till Tuesday. It's coming out on Tuesday, but that'll be out on Tuesday for everybody. And then we'll put out a supercut as well. All right. That's it. Good night, everybody. Thank you all so much for coming. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Bender, Shelly, Alex, Snurts, Vera Wynn was here. Joe Billionaire was here. There's probably other people lurking. We love you. Thank you, and good night.